Looks like we are live. Is that right?
Are we good? Yep, we are. All right, cool.
Great. I'm just going to take a couple minutes to see if anybody hops on here because I know this is kind of a new format. So just give it a couple seconds. Can you see it in the Facebook group?
Yeah, I did see it. So if, as you all are jumping on, if you could just give us a like or a thumbs up. It looks like we do have 2 viewers currently. Then we can go ahead and get started. We'll maybe wait 1 more minute. Great. Starting to get some feedback at the start of the play.
A couple people on. So I'll just go ahead and get started because I don't want to waste any more of your time. I know this is summer's tough and we're all busy and we value your time. So we just want to try to get through this really quickly, but we first want to thank you, Corey, and I want to thank you guys for joining us tonight. And I just want to share with you, what is the co-parenting opportunity and, what we do and why we do it and why we love it. And invite you guys to join us. So I'll tell you a little bit about my background. I have been using Beachbody products now for about 4 years. And I actually joined first as a challenger. At that time in my life, I was about 7 months postpartum from my 3rd child. I was overweight, lazy, couch potato. I had horrible depression, and I really had no drive to do anything. My life revolved around nursing my baby and eating food and drinking Pepsi. And I didn't do much outside of that. I brought my oldest to his activities when he had them, and that was about it. And one day he looked at me, my oldest, 5 at the time, and he said, "Mommy, you never play with us anymore." And he was right. That reality, exactly, I didn't want to become. I didn't want to be that mom watching me on the sidelines. And that's exactly what happened. But that was my aha. Oh, okay, good.
I don't think so.
I knew that I needed to change. If I wasn't willing to do it for myself, I definitely needed to do it for my family. I needed to be a better mom. I needed to be a better wife. And that was my wake-up call. And in true divine fashion, I was scrolling through Facebook, and my friend, my coach and my upline, and from high school had shared her postpartum transformation, and so I just reached out to her, and okay, I'm in. But I first had to ask my husband. At this time, I wasn't working. We were just a one-income family. He was working in North Dakota and staying home. So I always kind of had to ask him to do things. Even though, he always made me feel like his money was my money. I didn't feel that way, so I had to ask for permission first. And I remember asking him, and he said to me, "Oh, is this going to be like that stair climber I bought for Christmas?" It was only a couple months after Christmas that I asked for this, and my stair climber had become my clothes half dry. So that was enough motivation. I was like, I am not going to let my husband say something like that. Like, he wasn't being mean or rude. He was like, that's just kind of how my husband is. You're like, he's going to tell you how it is. I was like, this time, I committed. I committed to workout. I committed to technology. I completely changed my eating habits. I was able to stop. I've been drinking Pepsi since I was like high school, every day. And I cut cold turkey because I was so committed to this. And in 35 days, I lost 21 pounds and 6 inches. And my life had completely changed. I'm telling you, I had more energy. My kids could see it. My husband could see it. And the people around me, the moms at my son's school were even asking me, "Gosh, what are you doing? You look amazing." And I just so ashamed. And I didn't even realize that There's no selling involved. This truly is a sharing business. So when they were asking what I told them, and I said, "We do this together," and that's really how it all began. I remember my coach going, "Oh my gosh, you're helping people," and I didn't even really realize that's what coaching was. So I had this false sense of what coaching was, that I had to be like pushing products on my family, and that was something I had done in the past. I was part of an MLM. It really was all about products. Trying to get as many people involved as possible, and if you didn't, they were just shipping me products. And so I was really turned off like the whole network marketing, multi-level marketing business to begin with. And so when I was asked to be a coach, I said no. She said, "Would you like a discount?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah, I need a discount." And then I just started helping people, and that actually fueled my fire more. When I was seeing my friends and my family getting results, that made it so much better. And then I saw a bigger picture. I knew that this business was bigger than me. It was bigger than anything, and it needed to be shared. And I just wanted people to feel as good as I felt. So that's kind of how I got into coaching. That brings me to where I am 4 years now. This business has brought many awesome people into my life. I've just met Corey just a few months ago, and that is just another great part. You will meet some of the most incredible people. They've become my best friends. We want to be together. We just we went to Punta Cana a few months ago. Yeah, so amazing. I am so excited to share. I want to change over Corey so she can share your story.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tammy. You are amazing. Mandy's saying that there's a ton of feedback, so I'm hoping that has kind of resolved itself. Mandy, are you still getting a bunch of feedback while listening? Because we can't really tell if there is feedback, and this is kind of a newer platform. This is only our second time using this, so I'm hoping that has gone away after Tammy talked for a little bit. She has an amazing story and has really shown up for her kids and made a difference in her life and in her family's life, and is now paying that forward to other people. So super proud of you, and definitely blessed to know you and have you as a good friend, girl. So a little bit about me. I'm actually going to start my story a little bit before I got married and met my husband, and we had children, because my story really stems from the fact that I never really knew about good nutrition. We didn't eat a lot of fast food, but we very much were like a meat and a starch, like potatoes and canned vegetables. Like, we didn't eat a lot of fresh stuff. Our fresh food was more like your fruits and things like that. So I never really knew about food, and I really struggled with it. I struggled with my weight all through school, all through middle school, high school, everything. And it was really hard because I was always the bigger girl, right? You know, I was always heavier set, didn't really fit in all that great. And I just struggled with self-esteem a lot. So as I got into high school and into college, I experimented with different diets, and just really at points I would starve myself because I was so desperate to fit in and feel pretty and confident, and I just didn't know what to do. Like, I was willing to put the work in, but like, I needed somebody to say, like, this is what you need to do. This is the nutrition that you need to be working on. This is what a good meal plan looks like. This is the kind of workouts you need to be doing. And I just never really knew. Even when I went to the gym that was free when I was in college, I would get on the treadmill and I would try to push some weights around, like with the machines, but like, I felt like a lost puppy in the gym and not knowing what to do. So fast forward a little bit, my husband and I met. We got incredibly comfortable with one another very quickly, and just started eating out all the time. And you guys, when we ate out, like, we ate out. Like, we ate a ton of food. We would go to the bar and party, and then we would hit fast food on the way home because that's what you did in college, right? At least that's what we did. So we gained a lot of weight really quickly. And right before we got married, I had hit my heaviest at like 209, 210. And I was like, I am not walking down the aisle at this weight. It is not going to happen. I need to shed some weight. So I started waking up in the mornings and I would run on the treadmill for 2 miles every single morning. And I tried to rein my portions in a little bit. Again, I still didn't really know what I was doing, but I was trying to do something, right? And I kind of started following Weight Watchers. And it worked. Like I got down to like my 170s. I think it was like 175 when we walked down the aisle for our wedding. And I felt really good. I thought that was like, I was always the big bone girl. So I thought that 175 was like a great weight for me. Wow. I had no idea how much potential I truly had until I started working with Beachbody programs. So after we got married, we wanted children quickly. So we got pregnant just a couple months, like 6 months after we were married. And I had my son, our first son, Keyston, and when he was about 18 months old, again, I had hit like the 206 to 209 range again. So again, here I am, a mom of a little over 12-month-old baby, and I was at my heaviest, and I remember sitting on the couch looking at him and saying to myself, he's just he's just sitting there playing by himself. He deserves a mom who's active and who is a big part of his life, someone to be a role model. I was doing all this research to make sure I was feeding him all the right foods, but I wasn't doing any of that for myself. How can I teach him as he starts getting into toddler years why we make certain food choices? Because I was picky and structured with him, but I wasn't picky and structured with taking care of myself. And maybe some of you moms out there can relate to putting yourself on the back burner and doing the best that you can and running yourself ragged for your children and your husband and or your family, but yet you kind of forget about yourself. And so I started to kind of think about what I needed to do, but I still felt very lost in how to get started. Enter my friend Kelly, who her boyfriend at the time was playing hockey with my husband, and I always kind of looked at her as like this fit girl. She always had like this armband around that was like counting her calories or whatever. I don't even know what it was. Like, but I could tell that she was into fitness because she was fit and she had this little armband all the time. And I'm like, well, must be nice to be skinny, you know, because I was in that judgment mode and would just look at her like it was easy for her. And we started talking and becoming friends. And she always said, you know, I would be more than happy to help you. And at first I just kind of blew her off. Like, yeah, I know what to do. I can do it. I've done it before. But really inside, like I didn't know and I just wasn't ready. So that day that I looked at Keeson, I said, enough. Like I need to do this for myself. I need to do this for him. And I need to do this for my family. And so I reached out to her and she plugged me into a challenge group. I started with P90X. My husband and I actually did it together. And in the first 90 days, it was hard, you guys. I'm not going to lie. It was hard. We actually attempted trying P90X 3 different times before the third time stuck. And we kept on it. We quit making excuses. And in the first round of 90 days, I shed like 32-ish pounds, somewhere around in there. And then my husband shed like 46 pounds. He crushed it. And then we did another round right away and I lost some more weight. I think my total loss was like 46 pounds and his was like 52 or 54, somewhere in that range. I apologize. I don't remember the numbers exactly. It's been 5.5 years. So, and I'm now a mommy of 2. So my brain doesn't quite remember all the numbers quite as good as it used to. So after the second round, we quickly got pregnant with baby number 2. And then I kind of fell off a little bit with exercising. And so here was the turning point for me. I knew that the challenge group, having a coach and having a program that laid out my meal plan as well as telling me exactly what I needed to do to work out, and not only exactly telling me what I needed to do to work out, I could do it from the comfort of my own home. I didn't have to feel like a lost puppy dog going to the gym anymore. I didn't have to travel 30 minutes to go work out and then travel 30 minutes to come home because we live in a very small town. I didn't have to leave my baby. I could put him to bed and go in my basement and do my workout and then come back up. And the same thing after Beckett was born. I knew this was a turning point in my life and this was a lifestyle change because as soon as I had him at 6 weeks and the doctor gave me the thumbs up, I was right back downstairs in my basement. And yeah, it wasn't pretty. And I had put some weight back on because I just had a baby, but I started again. And I started pushing play and I started showing up for myself again. Even though I was nursing a baby and I was exhausted and I was still healing, I still made it happen because I learned over that first 180 days and through the process that I had to take care of me before I could take care of anybody else. And that became a very powerful thing. And I started to think about how I used to feel and how I felt then, like how that transition happened. And I could see other moms who used to feel like I did. And so I said yes to coaching because I wanted to empower other moms who felt like I used to, who struggled with getting off the couch, who felt lost at the gym or uncomfortable and wanted to make time for themselves but didn't really know where to start. And I wanted to be that friend, just like my coach was, to be there for them and help them in the times that they struggled. So that's where kind of everything started for me, and it's only grown, you know, and I'm sure Tammy would say the same thing. Like, it starts as a small seed of empowerment and just flourishes within you as you stay a part of the community and you continue to keep involved with the programs and growing as a person and learning to love yourself just a little bit more every day. I'm certainly not perfect, and I don't think that Tammy's perfect. I think that she's kick-ass and she works hard and she shows up for herself and for her family, but neither of us are perfect. We're just moms who are trying to do the best that we can for ourselves and for our family. So we would like to share a little bit about maybe some fears or some hesitations that you may have about starting this journey with your health and fitness and as a coach, starting a journey as a coach and knowing what that means. And the two topics that we really wanted to address are the time factor, how much time this takes, and, you know, can you really do it? And the financial aspect of things and the investment that it takes on if that's something that's doable for you. Those are two things that usually tend to be pretty big fears for people. If you have any questions, please put them in the comment box below, because we are going to be more than happy to answer any questions you may have, or if you just have any thoughts that you would like to throw out. But I'm going to pass it back to Tammy, and she's going to chat with you all a little bit about the time and what this business time-wise takes, you know, to really invest in yourself and in the business, okay?
Oh, I get choked up every time I hear more and more of your story, and I can honestly say it's so crazy because I can relate to so much of what you say, and I know that there's moms out there that can feel it too, because we're all, like you said, we're all just trying to do our best and be the best we can, and it's hard, and it's hard to make sure that we put ourselves first. And I think it's great when we can realize that we have to be the best. The best, we can't be our best until we feel our best. So I wanted just to talk a little bit about the amount of time it takes to be a coach, because that has been a huge thing for me, and the one question I get asked by most people, because I work with a lot of moms that actually, or I have a lot of coaches on my team that actually are working moms, and they wonder how can they fit in anything else. Like, they want to work on their health and fitness, they have a full-time job, they're a mom. Like, how can you fit this into your business, this business into your life as well? And they always say, well, you're a stay-at-home mom. And that's right, I am a stay-at-home mom, but my husband actually is gone 2 or 3 weeks out of every month. So I'm a stay-at-home mom of 3 busy kids from ages 5 to 10, and I work my business around their schedule. My husband is, like I said, he's only here 1 to 2 weeks a month, and that leaves me to take care of all the house duties. I had to learn to mow the lawn. I have to shovel in the winter. We live on 8 acres, so it's a lot of shoveling. It takes a lot of time. I have to mow an acre of lawn. So what I'm saying is, we're all busy. I don't care who you are in this life, you are busy. And just because I'm a stay-at-home mom doesn't mean I'm any less busy than working moms. And I'm not saying like tooting my own horn. I'm just saying, like, we're all busy. And so I just wanted to share that we can make this work. This business can work in your life somehow, some way, because if you really, truly want it, you'll make it happen, right? If you really, truly want to get healthy and fit, you're going to make it happen some way, somehow. The way I work my business now is, and it's not the way I've always worked my business, but now I actually set aside time in the morning before my kids get up when I know I'm not going to be distracted. That doesn't happen all the time. Sometimes my kids wake up early and that time gets ruined, and that's okay. But I also work my business in pockets of time. So between dropping them off at school and picking them up at school, or during their nap when they were younger. So as the seasons of my life have changed, the seasons of my business have changed too. So maybe for you, if you're a working mom, maybe it means you close your door at lunch and you start working. Or maybe it means you get up 15 minutes earlier in the morning to write some messages to people, do your postings and stuff like that. There are pockets of time in your day that you can make this work. Obviously, the more time you can dedicate to the business, the faster your business is going to grow. There's no doubt about that. But there are people in this business have made this very successful, working it like 1 hour a day and then really getting after it on the weekends. So it really is your choice on how fast you want your business to grow. But you can make this business work with 15 to 30 minutes a day. You truly can. When you sit down to do your business activities, which you will learn about, we will teach you. You're not going to be just on your own. You just be focused. Just stay focused in your activities, and you can definitely make this work within an hour of work a day. So I'm going to turn it back to Corey, and she'll talk a little bit more about the money investment.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. A lot of times, well, at least so let's rewind a little bit. For me, when I first started this journey as a coach, I was purchasing a challenge pack to get started as a coach because it waived the $40 startup fee. At that time, the package I was going after was $205 plus tax. Okay. So it was roughly $215, $220. We were living paycheck to paycheck when I started as a coach. And I didn't have an extra $200 in our budget. We just did not have it. And I can remember thinking to myself, like, I have to make this happen because I wanted so badly to keep on with my Shakeology. I didn't want to give that up. And I was able to save 25% if I enrolled as a coach. And when I first started, it was an opportunity for me to maybe inspire a few people to get started on their own journey and help me pay for my own Shakeology since we were living paycheck to paycheck. My vision for this started off very, very small, you guys, at first. I didn't have this huge plan to replace my full-time income or to aspire for huge, huge goals. That is my life now. But when we first started, that $200 looked impossible. So I can remember telling my coach, all right, my birthday's coming up. She asked me like in May, and I said, my birthday's coming up. I am going to save up and I will enroll as soon as I have the money for my birthday. I was going to use my birthday money because my parents always asked me what I want, and I was just going to save money so I could do it. And I am always a person, when I really want something, I go after it. I hustle and I make it happen. If I needed to sell something, I was going to sell something. I just figure it out. I've just always been able to. I don't know where it came from, but it is just the way that I am. So I made it happen. I scraped a few things here and there, and I probably tapped into what we had kind of set aside a little bit. But I knew it was a priority. I knew that $220 investment in myself is what I needed to do to help keep growing as a person, to keep myself on track, and to do something bigger, to kind of have something of my own. I was working a full-time job for a family business. I was a wife and I was a mom. And while I was feeling better about myself, I wanted something that was my own. My husband played hockey and I went to his hockey games every weekend. Most of the time we had, 2 hockey games every weekend. Investing in being a mom, like I was always doing stuff for everybody else, but I needed something for me, and that might be selfish, but like we said in the beginning, like you have to take care of you. Don't lose your identity. And I know that we're speaking to moms because we are moms, but it's so easy to lose your identity once you become a mom. Think about when you go somewhere and everybody's like, oh, hey, and they're like, hey to the baby and saying hi. And then they go, oh, hi, how are you? It's like you're an afterthought, which is fine because you love your children, but you still need to have that identity to keep yourself happy and to keep fulfilling your purpose, because fulfilling our purpose as moms and as women is leading by example for our children to show them what they are possible, what's possible, what they are capable of. So I made that investment happen, and it is paid off more than tenfold. Not only financially has it paid off incredibly, I am in the best shape of my life. Remember when I said 175 pounds, I thought that was it for me. And that was my, the best shape I was ever going to be in because I was the big bone girl. I've hit 141 pounds and can do real push-ups and can lift weights and do some pretty awesome things and feel confident in my own skin. So I look at it this way. We can either invest $200 in ourselves to love on ourselves, to grow, to learn, and to tap into that potential that we all have as human beings. Or we can continue to invest that money in things that maybe further make us sad or take us further away from our goals, or maybe even later on down the road, investing in medical bills and different things like that because we didn't stop when we were at 210 pounds and make ourselves a priority. We kept making it worse and going in the wrong direction. So yes, there is an investment. I'm super excited to say that you get way more for way less now when you enroll as a coach. With the All Access Challenge Pack, it's way better deal than what I had when I enrolled as a coach. But it's an opportunity for you to say, I'm going to love on me and I'm going to invest in myself and I'm going to do something bigger and inspire others. So hopefully that helps a little bit as far as, the investment of that. A lot of times some of us are living paycheck to paycheck, or maybe you're a mom and you struggle to make that investment in yourself because you feel that it's selfish. But I want you to know that it's not. We all have to love on ourselves and invest in ourselves from time to time. So I'm going to actually turn it back to Tammy. And since we don't yet have any questions that I can see, she is actually, Tammy, if you could share with us what Beachbody has done for you and how this opportunity has changed your life. Try to keep the tears back, and I will try to.
That's the hard part, right?
Right.
So my life from 4 years ago to now is a complete 360-degree change. The thought of where I was headed, the path I was leading, and where I was going was really dark. And it hurts to even say that, but it was true. And I remember thinking to myself, like, you have a beautiful life. Look at your beautiful children. You have a very supportive, loving husband. Like, snap out of it. Like, I would want to, like, slap my face and say, wake up. And I couldn't get out of the funk. I truly couldn't get out of the funk. And I remember laying there crying many nights and, being a nursing, exhausted mom and thinking that this is not what I signed up for. Like, being a mom was everything to me, but like, I just wanted to check out so many times. And when my son said that to me, you never play with us anymore. And it was like the hardest thing to hear, but I know for a fact that happened because God was saying, enough is enough. These kids need you, and you got to be better for that. And I hate that I had to come to that, but I'm so thankful at the same time because it was the reason my reason that I need to change things. And since then, I said I lost those 21 pounds. I went on to lose about 40 pounds. And I'm the smallest I think I've ever been in my life. I went from a size like 14 down to a size 4. And I never thought that like Corey was saying, she thought like 175 was like her weight she was supposed to always be at. Like, I thought my weight I was always supposed to be at was like, when I got to 165, like I was good. And then I got down to 145 and down to 142. And I was like, whoa. And that's not to just like boast or anything, but it's just, you're so much more capable of so much more. And you don't have to accept your mom bod. Like, that is, and there's nothing wrong with being happy with where you are, but there's so, like, it's okay to want more. It's okay to want more. And I remember thinking that when people would say like, you have it all. And I'd be like, I know, but I didn't feel like I had it all. And I wanted more, and I wanted to feel better. And, you know, I didn't like asking my husband for money. I really didn't. And I don't have to anymore. Like, that's a beautiful thing. And the vision for my life is to bring my husband home. And I know it's going to happen. I know that it will. I hate when he has to leave. The kids hate when he has to leave. And we count how many more sleeps till dad gets home. And that sucks, you guys. Like, it really does suck. And, you know, the biggest thing that this business has brought to my life, because it truly wants us not to work just on our fitness portion of it, is we work on our mindset for personal development. It was something that I thought was like voodoo-ish, honestly. I remember thinking, like, people go to that self-help section in the library, and now, like, I thrive on it. Like, I have to get my dose of personal development every day. Like, it fills my cup, it fills my soul, it makes me feel good, it makes me want to be better, and I don't feel right without it. And I would have never started personal development if it wasn't for Beachbody. Never. Like, never. And, you know, my marriage with my husband is better. Like, when I was 4 years ago, I was not a fun person to be around. I was so depressed and in such a dark place. Like, I'm surprised he didn't kick me to the curb a long time ago, because I was not a fun person to be around. And who wants to be around somebody like that? Like, I know I don't. And we are on a way different level now. Like, we work out together when he's home. We talk about things that we didn't talk about, and we have goals for our future that we never spoke about before. Like, I cannot even explain like how amazing that transformation of my life has been. I have also been able to give the gift of help to my children. The difference between my oldest and my two youngest, because my two youngest didn't know any different, like, they were eating healthy with me all the time, and my oldest, he got all the crap food that I was eating before I was a Beachbody coach. Their eating habits are very different. I mean, we still struggle with him a little bit because he was so used to eating crap. And the two younger ones, they will pretty much eat anything we give them because we always presented them with healthy foods, and they like healthy foods. Now, I'm not going to say they don't like treats and stuff, but like, they like healthy foods. And that in itself is amazing to me, because they're developing habits at a young age that I didn't learn until 4 years ago. That in itself, with the way our food is huge to me. I'm being able to raise children to be more confident, because I'm more confident with myself. Like, they are what we are. You are a huge role model for your child. And so when you are doing better and being better, they're witnessing that too. And those things just make the financial gain, like, that's just the icing on the cake. Like, I love that I'm able to, like, you know, help out with our finances, but I would do this for free, you guys, because it fills my cup. It makes me feel good. And I know that I'm passing on amazing things to my children. So being able to do those things and make a living, like the fact that my passion is and purpose is now my job, I don't even know how to explain it. So I'm just gonna stop there.
So amazing. And you got me teary because I know that the ultimate for you at this point is bringing Damon home. And so I see that for you, and I see that vision, and it just fills my heart up because I know that you are going to reach that, and I cannot wait to celebrate that with you in the near future. So I'm excited for you. So for me, Beachbody has done a lot of things. It has, one, given me my life. I don't know that I would say my life back, because I don't know that I ever would have had this life without it. I don't think that I would. It's given me the life that I have now and given me confidence in my my health and my fitness and my excitement to dream and to laugh and love and share inspiration with the world. Like our newsfeed, you guys, like if you scroll your newsfeed and all you see is negativity, you need to change your circle. Even if this is not the platform for you, you need to change your circle and surround yourself with people who want to be the light, not the people who want to dwell on the negativity in the world. And that's something that this opportunity has definitely done for me, because I was in wasn't in a depressed place, but I was in a very dark place as far as judgment and looking down on others because I didn't feel good about myself. Okay. So the personal development, the amazing community of people. We just got back from New Orleans, and like my heart is so happy when I'm around my Beachbody family. Tammy and I met in Punta Cana just a few months ago, and I feel like I have known her my entire life. Like we are very good friends and talk every single day. There's something different about this community of people. There is no judgment. There is no gossip. You know, it's people really, even if they're not your friend and they don't know you, they're celebrating with you. We just celebrated inspiring lives around the world with 20,000 other coaches for the last 5 days. How could you not think that that's amazing? Like, it was incredible. And like the tears that you shed and the goosebumps that you feel when you see the big picture and the lives that are being impacted by this opportunity is incredible. And that's probably been the largest impact on my life. Like I said, my husband and I work out together. Our marriage is stronger. We rarely fight. And not to boast, but we have a really great relationship. We really, really do. And I'm proud of that. I will never deny that. I will never deny that we laugh at ourselves and we kid and we joke and we are very lighthearted 95% of the time. Our family has gone some really hard things this year so far, and never once did we stress at each other. You know, never once did we come down on each other or argue about things being done because our family was under a lot of stress and we were at the hospital a lot and different things going on. And I don't know that would have been the case had we not been taking care of ourselves and letting go of daily stressors through workouts and diving into the personal development and filling up our cups and being happier. You know, different things like that. And financially, our family has been able to literally live our dreams. We are not completely 100% debt free, and we are not yet where we are going. But the opportunity has allowed us to travel and to go to Disney and take family vacations, to purchase our dream home and expand our home when we needed to because our family had grown, and to make a substantial savings for our boys so that when they graduate from college, if they go to college or when they're done with school, that they have a good lump sum of money to get their life started. And remember, we were like, I couldn't even afford $200 back then, you guys. And now we're able to do things without saying no. My son plays hockey and baseball. Baseball's not too expensive, but hockey is, because he's still pretty young. But hockey equipment and ice time and getting him in the leagues, I don't have to say no to him. We can just do things because of this opportunity. And not that it's about the money. The money is great and it has significantly helped our family, but I am very blessed to work with some of the most amazing people that I've ever met, and to call them my friends and see them work towards their goals and accomplish amazing things and start to grow their confidence when broken when we first started talking. And now they feel empowered and excited for life and working for big goals, because like Tammy said, it's not about being selfish or that you have to feel bad about wanting more. You guys, we were made for more than mediocre. We all have unlimited potential within us. That was God's gift to us, is unlimited potential and to do amazing things and to do something bigger in the world. We just have to tap into it. And we have to allow ourselves to open up to an opportunity that will provide open doors for us, or to see those open doors, to be open-minded enough. You're open-minded enough to be on this call with us tonight, and we greatly appreciate all of you being here with us. We really enjoy sharing about this opportunity because, like you've heard, it has completely transformed our lives, not just the physical aspect, but the happiness, the financial, the fulfillment, the empowerment. It's completely transformed our lives from where we were 4 and 5 years ago. So tonight we are inviting you to join us in the coaching opportunity, to say yes to you, to empower yourself to know that you may not know how to get started and you may not know where you're going yet, but Tammy and I together will be here to help you get started on working on your health and fitness, and working on empowering yourself towards your goals and doing that personal development to fulfill your cup and to help you empower yourself to know that you can do bigger things. We will have a new Coach Basics training. So basically that's where we help you one-on-one get started with your own health and fitness journey, as well as exactly how to get started as a new coach and to create success like Tammy and myself have. We are going to be here with you one-on-one every step of the way. We don't just say, come join our team and then leave you to fend for yourself, you guys. We would never do that. We are both moms. We are both very nurturing. We are both very caring. We will take you in under our wing and help you one-on-one to work towards your goals and creating that future that you desire in life. So unless Tammy has anything else that she would like to add, I'm going to go ahead and close it out, because we greatly appreciate all of you jumping on this call for 45 minutes and sticking with us. We love you all. Tammy, do you have anything?
I just wanted to piggyback off what you said, because there was a quote this weekend from our weekend in New Orleans, and what you had said, and the quote was, "God's gift to us is potential." So God gives us the potential, but our gift back is what we do with it. And I think that's so powerful. Like, we all have gifts, guys, and we've got to be using them. I just thought that was cool when you said that.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Tammy, for jumping on. I always love doing these with you. And thank you, everybody who jumped on and listened to this live. It will stay in the group, so if you need to listen to the playback, if you have any questions checking in the event over the next few days, just feel free to tag one of us in the comments below. If you have a specific question for one of us, or if you're one of our personal friends, go ahead and tag us so that we make sure that we answer any questions you may have. You can also send us a personal message if you'd rather do it that way too. Thank you so much, you guys. Have a great evening and a great rest of your week.
Thank you.